This was one epic intro. Welcome, everybody. Hello, this is Restream team. We are live and super excited to see you. That was one good countdown. So
right, I was dancing the whole time. Hey, everyone.
Me too. Yes, round of applause to Dmitry, our designer. For those people who are asking, who is that? That's not Alex. Even though Alex would probably be that. But this was our designer, Dmitry. Thank you. Kudos for that awesome track for us. And
good vibes.
Yeah, welcome, everybody. Nice. Good vibes. I'm your host, Anya. I'm with marketing team. And today joining me is Matt from Product. How are you doing today?
Hey, Anya. I'm doing really good. Thank you. Great to be here. Very excited about this feature that we're going to talk about today. But back to you.
Yeah, we're going to talk about local recordings and how to achieve the maximum quality for your podcasts and videos, even if you have remote guests, people from all over the place, kind of like me and Matt, we're actually located across the ocean from each other.
Oh, yeah.
But our recording is going to be crisp and spot on because of this new feature that we are introducing today. So stunning 4K Ultra HD videos and audios for you and all your guests are now possible directly in Restream Studio with the local recordings feature. So we would like to hear from you for sure. And we would like to also answer any questions that you have about recordings and podcasting. If you're not sure what to ask yet, just drop a few ideas about what kind of content do you normally stream. We would like to know what kind of industries, what kind of roles you guys are in. Are you streaming music? Are you streaming marketing, product, tech, dev talks, nonprofits, anything would be super interesting for us to see. And of course, start preparing our questions because there will be a big live Q&A section in here. So let's go ahead and call in a few people from the chat. Let's see who is checking in today. I see Phil is checking in from England. Hello. Sean is saying epic loops. That is awesome. I see. Yeah, that's so cool. It's that intro was one of its kind. Yeah, people are sending some wavings. Let's go. That was an intro. Yeah, I'm so happy you guys enjoyed it. I was very, very hyped up about it. This is good stuff. So yeah, let us know what kind of content you stream and what kind of questions do you have about quality recordings and quality podcasting. But without further ado, I think we will. Oh, I see people are watching from Uganda. Sweet live on the YouTube, watching from Uganda. Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you for joining us today and spending time with you. This is awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and introduce our amazing new feature. We just shipped local recordings, and as I mentioned earlier, the main idea is that each participant of your stream or recording is now getting recorded, both their video and audio, directly on their device. So while your live stream goes through internet, the recording that you can later edit and repurpose is recorded locally and then gets uploaded to the hosts seamlessly on the background without you needing to chase your guests or asking them to share or upload any kind of files. So the main benefit of this is that you can now achieve way higher quality recordings than you could before. But we have a quick video tutorial and guide that explains how this works, where things go, and I will just go ahead and let Charles, our video producer, to take it away.
You asked for the easiest way to get studio quality video and audio when you go live or record. Well, we've made it happen with Local Recordings. Local Recording captures the camera, mic, screen shares and videos of everyone toggled on in the stream straight to their computer in up to 4K resolution. That means no frame drops and no glitches, even if someone's internet is a bit spotty. Alright, choose to go live to your channels or simply record, then head over to the recording menu. Live streams and studio sessions automatically save in the cloud, but for maximum quality, make sure Local Recording is turned on before you go live. Now record or stream to your channels as usual. While you're recording, high-quality files upload quietly in the background to your Restream storage, where only you, the host, have access to them. Local Recordings only capture sources that are toggled on, so anything backstage won't be recorded. Once you're done, a quick check shows whose files have uploaded and which are still in progress. No more chasing guests, they don't have to do a thing. Under the download button, select Local Recordings and click Export to group your recordings into one download. There will be an XML file ready to import into your editing software, so no more manual syncing multitracks. Your video editor will know what this means and they will love this huge time saver. Local Recordings are part of your cloud storage plan, and as always, you can find all of your recordings under Video Storage from the home screen. So that's it. Local Recordings work quietly in the background, capturing every detail in crystal clear, professional quality. Now, go make something amazing, anywhere, everywhere. Cheers.
All right.
Hey.
That was a nice little guide. Thank you so much, Charles, for making it simple and clear. And after you guys have seen what local recordings are and how they work, we invite you to ask any questions in the chat because we definitely want to answer any concerns, any ideas, any feedback. Maybe you already tried the feature. Please let us know in the chat. And in this part, I would love to hear like the origin story, like how we built this from Matt, because he was the product lead on this feature. We had a lot of requests from our customers to,
Oh, yeah.
to build this, and people
Yeah,
were
this has
really
been
looking
a long
forward.
time coming.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, let's walk us through
All right.
the story. How did that happen?
So actually, this project started almost like 2 or 3 years ago. But at the time, we had to switch focus to other priorities, and it was never finished at the time. But we knew that this is a crucial feature, mostly because Restream has always had cloud recordings, right? And all your streams are automatically recorded in the cloud. But with local recordings, you get, crisp audio and video from every participant, right? I'm getting a little bit of lag, Anya. Is everything okay on your side?
Yeah, you sound good.
Sorry, yeah. My internet these days is a little glitchy, so apologies for that. But as I was saying, so with local recordings, you get very good quality, crisp tracks. And as you can see in this very live demo, my internet is not ideal. And with the cloud recording, the quality can go down because we are live streaming through WebRTC. And what it does when the network is going dynamically down, it basically lowers the bit rate of the video, right? What that means in reality is that it starts dropping frames, and it also can lead to stuttering in the audio. And you don't want that, right? After you've streamed this beautiful content, you don't want to have missing frames or like stuttering sound. So with local recordings, we basically record everything on the device, and we are progressively uploading it to the host, right? This way, even on a spotty internet, the quality will be there. So regardless of how spotty my current connection is and what you might be experiencing, in the end result in the file, you will really get high quality stuff, right? So the origin of this story was that we were really trying to teach the browser to behave like a professional camera rig without melting everyone's computer, right? So local recordings is actually working behind the scenes on the device of every stream participant. So while the stream is being recorded in the cloud as a whole video, individual sources, so for example, my camera here and Anya's camera there, would be separate video tracks, isolated tracks, if you will. And local recordings can grab the utmost quality of our current camera devices and progressively upload it and back it up on our Restream service. So this way, the host can, at the end, just obtain the full files in full quality. So this is true game changer for video editors, right? So if you want to reuse and leverage the video from your stream, you can just download all of these high quality files and reassemble it in any way. You will see later on that we have some really high quality features baked into this. And for example, you could even assemble the stream in post-production differently, right? Or you could edit some different nuggets from those isolated tracks. So that was really the challenge, how to balance the quality and the resources it takes to record the videos on individual participants' devices. And actually, the way it works under the hood is that little chunks of the data are constantly uploaded. And this way, even if people drop out, everything up until that point has been recorded and is protected. So even such incomplete cases can be available to the host. So this was fun. It required a lot of testing. I'd love to give a huge shout out to the team here, especially the engineering manager on this, Anatoly and Roman and Robert and Sergio and a bunch of other people who have been building this feature, and also like the whole team really who helped us stress test this, because there are so many scenarios and so many devices you can have. Different sources can be shared. It can be a screen share, it can be a camera, it can be an external camera, and it all has to be captured precisely with the right time and in the highest quality possible. So we've released this just a few weeks ago, really. Currently, it's in beta. We're looking for more feedback to understand like what to tweak and how to handle things. And I just realized that there's just this like funny story that while we were testing, we were playing a lot with the utmost quality, right? Trying to record 4K and Ultra HD. And the engineers in our Portuguese office actually didn't have a 4K camera. So at that point, they were just using like 4K monitors that can kind of give you the similar result in the video. And this is how we were like stress testing the highest quality possible. So that was also some fun moments in this one. But yeah, overall, it's still in beta and we're looking for feedback.
Oh, this is excellent. This is actually true. And this is actually a perfect segue to our next kind of call out for this new feature, that local recordings basically come with the possibility to record in 4K. But it is not a trivial task to do that, because you do need a device, mainly the camera, that can capture in such quality. And a lot of cameras, especially if you're streaming, are not necessarily working as a web camera, so you will need certain devices like capture cards and other like connectors to basically trick your computer into thinking that your DSLR camera is a webcam, and those also have to be compatible with 4K in order to achieve that. And when it comes to some questions that we got from our email campaign, at least I received some emails with people asking, okay, so does 4K recording means 4K streaming? Not yet, not at this time, because first of all, most platforms that I know of do not accept the 4K live content. The only platform I can think of, and Matt, correct me if I'm wrong, is YouTube, that is capable of that kind of quality. Anything else you can think of and that you probably typically stream to, such as LinkedIn, X, Facebook, Twitch, do not accept such a quality.
Yeah, it's all full HD.
Yeah, it's just full HD, so it's 1080p. However, having the ability to utilize the fullest potential of your device, of your great camera in 4K, to then repurpose the recording into little highlights, clips, snippets, best of episodes, maybe video uploads, and maybe something that you would put on your website. That is pretty powerful, and you can do it all from one place, from Restream Studio. And
exactly.
Of course, it was a little bit of help from your producers and editors, but that is now achievable.
Yeah, exactly. And with the utmost resolution that we can grab with local recordings, you can do various tricks in post-production and editing, right? So for example, if you look at our stream here right now, let's say we're live at 1080, and so that's full HD, and the cloud recording would be that, right? So if you just use that source file for editing, and you would want to grab sources from that video, they could not go higher than this quality, right? But with local recordings, which are isolated tracks, they can be themselves full HD or even 4K, and you could crop them, zoom in, and do various post-production tricks that would not be easily possible with cloud recording. And my personal favorite is actually also the audio, because we don't only get just really crisp video, but the audio is so much better. Of course, we recommend you to use an external mic for this, but you will not get any drops or stuttery sounds, but it will all be smooth, which is amazing for podcasts and cases like that, right?
Yeah, really good time to upgrade your gear now when this is all available. No, this is lovely. So if you are trying to find your local recordings and especially your 4K setup, you need to go to your settings in Restream Studio. So the local recordings, which is actually something we're using right now, so you will see the repurposed content looking pretty crisp and awesome after this stream. To enable local recording, you just need to use the drop-down menu from the top of your Restream Studio, right, and enable the toggle there. But to add the 4K, you need to go to settings and then toggle it off in there. Not everyone needs local recording in 4K, so that's why this is an additional step. But once you enable it, it's going to be ready for you.
Yeah.
And Yeah.
Anya, I'm actually curious, like since we have folks in the chat, maybe they will have some feedback on this because right now, like, and this was one of the big challenges while thinking about this feature, we don't always keep local recordings enabled, right? Because, for example, cloud recordings are automatic. It just like happens on its own. With local recordings, since it's like a separate process, so your computer is literally like streaming the video, and then on top of that, there's another process running, which is the processing of the local recordings. And if it was on every time, and maybe you don't have such a powerful machine, it could put a lot of strain on your stream. So we made this decision, you could call it during the product development, that local recordings need to be enabled for every stream, right? You need to enable it before you start or once you start, but you need to do that every time, because for now, our product hypothesis here is that it needs to be a conscious decision, right? We want you to do this if you really want to get that high quality and you are aware of the requirements, which we will speak about in a little bit. Exactly. Yeah, that you really need like a fast internet and a powerful device. Most of all, we'll talk about these in a second. But right now, like local recordings really need to be enabled for every stream. That is important to remember. With the 4K switch there, with the 4K toggle, once you enable it, it stays that way for that stream setup. Now, I'm not, as a product person, I'm not like 100% sure about this, because there might be customers who just want to enable this and keep it on, right? Because every time they want to grab local recordings, every time they're going to be doing post-production. So if you are such a person, if this is like your use case, please let us know in the chat. We would love to like kind of understand and evaluate how important this is. Because always we're trying to balance, right? Like when we are making these decisions, whether to prioritize like the top quality and power user kind of producers and video editors that this feature is for, versus like also streamers that might not have such powerful devices, right? So if you notice that, please know that this is the rationale behind, but let us know in the chat, like what is your use case? How would you like to use it? Whether you want it every time on, or like maybe you would expect the settings to be somewhere else even. Anything of that sort would be actually super helpful. So please let us know.
Yeah, I would really appreciate that. I'll give my 2 cents on that. And of course, we are very fortunate here at Raystream Studio to have pretty powerful machines and pretty good setup. I'm fortunate to have Charles on my team, who is always post-producing and editing and repurposing all of our content. So for me personally, I always want it on. And I am a very forgetful person. When I'm preparing a stream, there's so many things I need to think about. So it is not uncommon for me to forget to toggle something on if I'm not thinking about it. So for my personal use case, it would probably make more sense if I had a different setup or something more unique to actually toggle it off for that one off situation, but kind of have it as a default on, because most of the time I do want it. But there are definitely a few considerations, and that's why we created this short list of best practices for you. So this is not like 100% mandatory, but this is what will set you up for success and give you the best results with local recordings. Matt, do you want to run through this real quick?
Oh yeah, absolutely.